Parenting around mealtimes can be very challenging and a significant source of conflict within families. To manage this stress, we recommend the division of responsibilities, which is a concept developed by Ellen Satter to help parents understand what their roles and responsibilities are around feeding and what the child's roles and responsibilities are around feeding. Within the division of responsibilities, parents have 3 roles for providing consistency as to when meals are offered, where the meals are had, and what foods are offered. For when, we recommend that parents offer foods at structured meal times, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and 1 or 2 snacks. For where, parents should work to have meals together as a family and to sit at the table. Families should avoid distractions, such as the television, phone, or tablet. And finally, for what, parents should offer age-appropriate foods, provide a balanced plate, and be considerate of their children's preferences. Once parents are consistently practicing the when, where, and what, they can then begin to trust their child to take on their roles and responsibilities, which is to decide whether they want to eat and how much they want to eat of the foods provided and of what foods.
When following Ellen Satter's division of responsibility for feeding, it's especially important that the parents stick with the structure. This is the key to the entire approach. There need to be consistent meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 1 or 2 snacks offered at set times throughout the day. This helps the parent know their job and do that consistently, and then the child can follow through and do their part very easily within that structure. The parent then trusts the child to decide how much and whether they're going to eat at each meal or snack, and as long as we don't interfere with the child's job, the child will do very, very well. Trust is key. We trust our children to try foods that they want to try, and they'll do it their way. If they need to add ketchup or add ranch to broccoli to make it tasty to them, that's okay. We are going to remove pressure and remove restrictions with eating. As children, we were raised to clean our plate to earn dessert, to have to eat our vegetables to get seconds. All these kind of rules we're going to take away. Those are actually pressures that make us eat a certain way. We want to build the structure and the trust only. If we interfere by providing too many rules, then we really are doing the child's job for eating. We also want to remove positive pressure like praise. Praising our children for cleaning their plate, praising them for trying the broccoli for the first time. These are ways that we pressure our children to eat a certain way also. And they will want to explore food on their own. And that's exactly what we want to see. That independence and that exploration will happen automatically. We just do our jobs.
When there is a picky eater at home, it's important to be considerate to what everyone likes, but not to cater to everyone's preferences. So the long-term goal is to have one meal with no substitutions. And the way that you do this is that when you meal plan, you may offer something new, but you also have things that your family is familiar with. If we were to cater to every child's preference, then we would be short order cooking, and that means we would have one meal for every member of the family. For example, let's say a mom was wanting to change eating habits, and so she fixes herself chicken and broccoli, but she doesn't think the entire family will eat that. She may then fix another family member a pizza and a different family member macaroni and cheese. That way everyone is pleased with their meal choice. So that would be short order cooking or catering, and that's what we want to avoid when we have picky eaters. We want to challenge our picky eaters, but also be considerate to what they do like. So maybe we continue with that chicken and that broccoli, and we add mac and cheese to the meal. So we know that everyone can make do, but they don't have to have an entirely different meal. It's important to involve children with your meal planning, with your grocery shopping, and even with the cooking and the prepping. The more kids are involved in the cooking and in the grocery shopping and the prepping, the more buy-in they have. They may not try that food at meal time, but they're exposed to it. And the more we expose children to new foods and to variety, the more they're maybe willing to try it in the future. When there's a picky eater at home, it's very tempting to try and disguise foods that you know they do not like. For example, if they don't like vegetables, a lot of the times parents may hide or disguise vegetables in spaghetti sauce or in meatloaf. The long-term goal is to get kids to enjoy vegetables and to choose the vegetable if they would like at that meal. So instead of disguising the green beans, you can just have a side of green beans on the plate, and it's their choice whether they eat that or not. Parents are often frustrated that they have to negotiate when it comes to food. So you have to take no thank you bites, or you have to eat so many bites before you're allowed to get up from the table. Within division of responsibility, we try to get rid of that negotiating. So we try to get children to choose the green beans if they would like, and if they decide not to eat that, that's okay. The more we pressure them to eat, the more they will push back.
We know that the division of responsibilities can be challenging to put into practice, especially as the results will not be immediate. It takes time and patience for your children to develop these new skills. We encourage parents to put their energy into practicing their 3 roles and responsibilities, and this will set their child up for a lifetime of healthy eating behaviors.